Do you want to turn your piano playing into visual art? Make it so that every key press reacts with the light around you? Add a unique touch to your environment in a few simple steps? And do it all on a budget? Many people have asked me how I make these videos where the lights are synced to the piano playing. And it's not done in post, it happens in real time. In essence, we're controlling an LED strip with our MIDI keyboard using a cheap microcontroller and a little bit of software. I will show you all you need to get up and running with no coding experience required. But I also encourage you to expand on it and make your own creations. Follow along and turn every practice session into an amazing light show. This is a simple and affordable way to sync your keyboard playing with LED lights. So here's how it all works. Your digital audio software, like Ableton or Logic Pro, plays MIDI notes. That holds a lot of data that we can use in other places. We're going to capture those incoming notes and convert them to data that an Arduino microcontroller can read. And finally, we'll put code on the Arduino that reads the data and lights up each LED light accordingly. So the process would look like this. You play a key on your MIDI piano. You can think of a MIDI note as just a number, so really your keyboard just produces a number. The number then gets read by a computer program and then sent to the Arduino. The Arduino reads the number and based off which number it is, lights up some LED lights. Once the number isn't detected by the Arduino anymore, the lights fade to black. So here's the materials you'll need. For software, you'll need a digital audio workstation, or DAW, that supports external instruments. Some of these include Ableton Live Standard Edition, which I'll be using today, and Logic Pro, but there are others out there. You'll also need to install 2 free pieces of software, Processing and the Arduino IDE. For hardware, you'll need a computer, an Arduino board, a few DuPont wires, and an LED strip. For the Arduino, I went with a third-party Arduino Nano, which costed around $10, but you can use an Arduino Uno as well. For LED strips, many are compatible. Just look to see if it supports NeoPixel or says WS2812 on it. Those will be the most compatible with the software we're using today. Today, I'm using these compatible Christmas lights. And finally, you can get these DuPont wires for cheap in bulk. And I'll leave a link to everything in the description. So now we're ready to put it all together. We'll start with the hardware. First, on your Arduino, find your 5V and ground pins. These are marked with 5V and GND respectively. Connect outgoing wires to them. Also, locate one of the data pins and connect a wire to there as well. Here I used pin 2, or D2. Next, take the other ends of the wire and insert them into the LED strip. It will say which wire is 5V, GND, and data. Here, the 5V is the red wire, the data wire is the white wire, and the blue wire is the ground. Finally, take the USB cable that came with your Arduino and plug it into your computer. That's it for the hardware. Now just try to put your lights in a good spot for your environment. Let's move on to the software. I'm doing this on a Mac with Ableton Live, but I'll leave some resources for Windows-specific steps. First, open up Audio MIDI Setup. Go to Window and select Show MIDI Studio. You'll see a box that says Virtual MIDI or IAC. Double-click it. Ensure the device is online and write down the name of the serial bus. For example, mine here is called Bus 1. Next, head over to your DAW. I'm using Ableton Live. Create a new MIDI track and put an instrument on it. I'll use a grand piano here. Then add an external instrument to the same chain by expanding and dragging it on. Double click it and select your MIDI out to your bus. Mine is bus 1. Then use the link in the description to download the 2 needed files. Also, while you're there, download and install the Arduino IDE and processing. Next, open the Arduino IDE, go to File, Open, and select the MIDI LED controller.ino file. Before we configure the file, however, we need to install the library that runs this whole operation. It's called Fast LED. Open the Library Manager tab and search for Fast LED, select the one in the screen, and install it. Now you can move on to the configuration. So num LEDs is how many lights are on the LED strip. I have 50 Christmas lights, for example, so I'll write 50 here. Data pin is the numbered data pin you plugged the LED into, so I used data pin 2, so I'll write 2. Offset defines which notes you want the first light in the chain to be. In the MIDI standard, the lowest note on a standard 88 key piano, the low A, is numbered 21. So that is why this is the default. If you're using a different sized keyboard or don't have enough lights to light up every key, you may want to increase this number. I'll leave some references in the description to help you out. Finally, fade speed defines how fast or slow a light fades to black after taking your finger off of a key. The higher the number, the faster the fade will be. 0 will make it never fade, and 100 will make it fade instantly. I like using something around 25 or 30. After your file is configured, select your Arduino board and press Upload. Finally, let's go to the other file. Open this one in Processing. Like the Arduino IDE, you'll need to install one library. Go to Sketch, Import Library, Manage Library. Look up the MIDI bus and install that package. Finally, configure your file. Just change the port name variable to the name of your bus. So for me, it's bus 1. Now, if you press the play button, you should see LED lights when you play a note on your keyboard. Alright, it's time to put it all together. I got Ableton on my computer right here. I got the lights behind me. I'm gonna load the Arduino code onto the microcontroller and open up the processing application and play it. It's running. I'm gonna turn off the lights now. And let's see. And it works. It works. What are we gonna play? I want to see how you all build upon this. You can change the colors, the patterns, any of the parameters, pretty much do anything you want with this. If you build something with this, please let me know, tag me, message it to me. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. And yeah, that's the video. I really appreciate you all watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want. And also let me know what piano songs you want me to play with these LED lights. All right, have a wonderful day.